is Humpty Hump. The year is almost over, but that doesn't mean the ridiculousness of college campuses is going to end anytime soon, not by a long shot. In fact, the University of Wisconsin-Madison, go Badgers, reintroducing a controversial course titled The Problem of Whiteness. Wow. The class description says it will teach students to, quote, understand how whiteness is socially constructed and experienced in order to help dismantle white supremacy. All right, this is just the latest example of what a disaster higher learning has become. This year was filled with plenty more. Here to break it on down, the craziest college campus stories of 2017. The media director at Campus Forward, Cabot Phillips. Hi, Cabot.
Great to be here.
I love a countdown. So let's start with the number 5 most ridiculous college campus story this year. What is it?
It's coming out of the University of Georgia. You've got a class there. You know, students get very stressed on college campuses.
Sure do. It's
and in order
very
to combat this, a professor there is now offering a stress reduction policy where students can choose their own grades if they feel like the grade they got is not representative of their effort and their hard work.
Man, yeah, A for effort.
A for effort. And this one,
no quicker way to bring down society.
It didn't work in the real world. I tried this with my boss. I just said, here's the salary I deserve at the end of the year, and he shot it down pretty quickly.
And that's weird,
I told him my
normally in the real world it directly correlates to college campus. Let's talk about UNLV and what a professor there had the nards to do.
After the Las Vegas shooting, he or she came into class and said that this was a direct result of President Trump and his policies, and she said, I've been warning everyone all year that violence was going to take place because of President Trump. No one knew the motives. We still don't really know the motives. And she was already quick to blame it on President Trump. This is another example, something we saw all year. This was a big year for
we
professors.
Actually have a little bit of video of this professor. Take a look.
When he got elected, I told my classes 3 semesters ago, some of us won't be affected by this presidency, but others are going to die. Other people will die because of this. We've seen this happen, right? So far, all he's done is to encourage violence.
Wow, that's something special.
Not much nuance there either. If she was trying to make a deeper point, it's a little more understandable, I guess, but there was no nuance there, no policies he was referencing, just it's Trump. Trump's fault. It's almost
amazing
a special scale.
People in the academic bubble. Now, at the Evergreen State College in Washington State, students held administrators hostage.
So this was a protest they were holding. They wanted to get a professor there fired because they said that he wasn't supportive enough of racial inclusion on campus.
I don't know. He's a pretty progressive professor.
He's a
the Vice story on
professor.
That.
They actually stormed the hall of the administration, and the president of the school said, can I go to the bathroom? I need to get out of here. And they said, we'll go with you to the bathroom.
Now at number 2, at Middlebury College, they shot down Charles Murray and hurt a liberal professor for defending his right to speak.
Absolutely. I actually went to Middlebury to follow up on this, and I said, you know, this event happened, you had one speaker come, the campus went in turmoil. What changes were made? What punishments were given to these students? All the students were let off with no punishment. The students' body there said, you know, they banded together and said, defend these students. And they instituted a new policy now where any speaker coming to campus has to get approval, and if they're too controversial, the administration can remove them from the list.
Oh, my gosh. Now, speaking of controversial, Milo Yiannopoulos caused riots at Berkeley. This was great. Look at that. I mean, they lit their campus on fire because they were so mad about Milo.
Nothing says, you know, we are going to have a progressive protest like burning your own campus down. And
real
let's
smart.
Remind ourselves of their tactics here. This is a perfect case study of what these leftists on campus do, these Antifa protesters. They label everyone a Nazi that they disagree with, and then they get society to agree with them. Violence against Nazis is acceptable. But if you label everyone a Nazi, then violence is now acceptable. Not only acceptable, it's justifiable, and it's almost mandatory now if you get everyone to agree that anyone who disagrees with you is evil.
Terrifying. Hopefully college will be a better and safer place this year.
I doubt it.
Cabot, thank you so much. Good to see you.
Absolutely.
All right, coming up, a wise man